Hello everyone, welcome to the podcast. This is the third edition. I hope you've been enjoying it. They're going to get a lot more interesting as well now because we'll be having guests on the next ones. So I can't wait for that. Okay, this one, family affiliated. It's more or less a story around where I come from and how I was brought up, and the complicated story of how we ended up in Manchester in Salford. Yeah, it's going to be good, so get into it. We ended up in Salford with my nana, Carol. Is part of the family, like in the first episode I mentioned it. My nana's part of like 9 children and she moved down from Liverpool. So my nana more or less is the reason why we're even in Salford. My nana and granddad, and like I say, the story gets complicated and it's quite funny, so stay tuned. My nana and granddad moved down to Broughton, Salford, and then ended up in Little Luton, and they had 5 kids. My mum was one of them. My auntie Belinda, my auntie Nicola, my auntie Lisa. Belinda and Nicola are twins. My auntie Lisa, my uncle Stephen Kojo. He's pretty well known in Salford in the 80s and 90s. Like a bit of an OG now. My mum and Uncle Stephen, had kids and stayed in Little Luton. The rest more or less moved out until Lisa ended up moving to America. And then I think she's back in Charlie now. My auntie Nicola, she just moved all around the world because she was married to Uncle Mike, who's in the army, general or whatever, so they was always moving all over. They've lived in some amazing places. So there's my nana and granddad and all the kids living in Little Luton. My mum's in like maybe 18 or whatever. She ends up getting a flat, obviously the flat that I mentioned in the first episode in Little Luton. So she had me and my younger brother, who was 18 months younger than me. We was living in that flat with my mum. Uncle Stephen had Leanne, my cousin Leanne. So out of all of the 5 kids my nana and granddad had up in around Little Luton and Salford, they all had kids. My Uncle Stephen had Leanne first. There was 4 of us at first, me, Stephen, Leanne and Leighton. And then my Uncle Stephen had a couple of more girls after that, a few more girls a bit further down the line. But at first we had quite a close family. Me, my brother Stephen, my cousin Leighton and Leanne. Now Leighton's Salford lad, so Leighton was Belinda's son, Leanne was Uncle Stephen's daughter, and then me and Stephen was from Karen, my mum. He was the eldest. I think Uncle Stephen was second eldest, and then the twins, and then Lisa. But and our Lisa had 2 kids in America. My cousin Saxon. Saxon was born over here, then moved to America, and then Sasha was born in America. So we've actually got Americans in our family too. It was just us 4 at first. It was quite a small, close family. We used to have amazing dinners at my nana's. It was all thanks to my nana, really. When I get to my granddad, you'll know he's a bit of a player, a bit of a gigolo, a bit of here and there with all sorts of women. Explain my nana and granddad situation, because this is where it gets tricky. My nana was with my granddad, married to my granddad, and had the kids, like I said, and then we was born from them, the grandkids. There was 4 of us at first. But what it is after my nana and granddad split up, my granddad ended up being with my nana's sister. I know it's complicated, it's a bit, but this is the truth. So he was with my nana's sister, my auntie Ron. It's not inbred, it's just a weird situation, a weird family situation. So I've got cousins who are like I've got 2 cousins, our Amy and Joe, who are actually cousins, but auntie and uncle as well. If you can work it out. I haven't got time to do it with you. If you want to work it out yourself, I'm happy to let you try. So that's how we've come to be based in Salford, whereas the rest of the family was all based in Liverpool, which I'm going to get to now. So my nana was sort of the boss of the family, the head, because a lot of them, the sailors, they all got sent back to China, I think. I don't know the proper story. My Uncle Joe The family more or less started from there. Like I say, my nana had 9 kids, And my nana had 9 kids. My great grandmother, she had 9 kids, and my nana was one of them. I think my nana was the eldest. Well, they've all got kids too. Some of my aunties and uncles was close, like I said before. My uncle Bernard, oh my God, we was close to him growing up. And my auntie Christine. I try not to leave anybody out, but there's so many. But I love them all, and they all created a great family for me and my brother. Like, as I say, we didn't have it at home. I'm so blessed and grateful. So some of my aunties obviously had kids, like my cousin Greg. My uncle John had a couple of kids, and my auntie Philly. And they had older kids too, Dominic and Christopher. And I was close to my cousin Gregory, my auntie Christine's son. He's more or less the same age as me. We was really close growing up. We was probably the closest, like, out of all the family, because we was similar, very similar, same age. Like I say, I was close to all my cousins in Liverpool. We used to be down there more or less every weekend. Out of my cousins from down there, we've got our Ashley, our Kathy, Chelsea, Aaron, all Uncle Bernard and Auntie Brenda's kids. Our Greg ended up actually doing a jail sentence because he got in some trouble with another lad. The lad ended up dying, I think. Out of everyone, like I say, we was dead close when we was younger growing up. I've got a lot of amazing cousins in Liverpool. Who love me and my brother. Like I say, we was always up there growing up. Amazing people. The funniest, honest, most genuine. Oh my God, these are the salt of the earth people that I'm talking about. Blessed to have in your life. Some of the best Scousers you'll ever meet. Got so much character. Real Scousers, real true Scousers. A bit like Manchester's. A lot of people from them, they let it down. They let the cities down. Give it a bad name. Just like Salford, really. It's just like Salford, really. It's just like Salford. Just like Salford, really. Like the reputation, it's got a bad reputation, but it's not. It's a really good city, positive place. Right, so where was he up to? So, yeah, we used to always go to my Uncle Bernard and Auntie Brenda's in Bootle. It was in Bootle, whoa. Most weekends. We used to love it, it's a big park. My Uncle Bernard had pretty big house. Like 3 stories. We used to run up and down the stairs with all the cousins. Oh, good times. And also, my Uncle John used to live had a pub in Toxteth, right on the corner. My auntie Philly, Christopher, Dominic, Jason. Didn't see much Jason because he's a bit older. He's like, Jason is funny, I love him, one of my faves, but he's like an uncle, but he's like a cousin as well, so yeah, he's mint, Jace. So we used to always be in Toxteth at the pub with Uncle John and Auntie Philly. They used to just let us like go in the top of the pub, run around. Oh, it was mint. I always remember the smell of it as well, you know, that old pub smell. So we was always up there. My nana used to take us to this market as well, what was in Liverpool, on the docks. Get like Nike Air trainers and stuff. It was really good. Don't think do it anymore. And my nan, the boss, my nana Nana, not my nana Carol. Yeah, she had a 3-story house. She used to always be there. Oh, my uncles. Once me and my brother went upstairs, we were playing. It was like 3 stories. Used to run up staircases. We went upstairs into the top attic room, pulled the curtain back. There's loads of like Chinese weapons, loads of axes and all sorts. Probably all my uncles. It was really good. Good times. When my nana died, they closed all of Chinatown, and the firecrackers they had, I've never heard, even to this day, anything so loud. They put firecrackers to get the bad spirits away. They put them on the door. They hang them up in the middle of the doorway on your front door. It was the loudest thing I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, they show it all off, all Liverpool for me nana. That's how much people loved her. Amazing woman. So I think it was 11 kids my nana had. Like, say, my nana Carol, was like the oldest, I think, one of the eldest. So we ended up in Salford. Uncle Stephen, my mum. They was the only ones who stayed in Little Alton, really. like I say, at first it was only me, my brother Stephen, Uncle Stephen's daughter Leanne, Leanne close to her, and our Leighton, John, Uncle Auntie Belinda, and John Stafford's son. Yeah, we was all close us four growing up. We was more like brothers and sisters. So now they've grown up. Now we've all grown up, and we've got kids. And all my cousins in Liverpool have got kids. So it's a bit too complicated. It's like the family spread that much that you probably can't pin it all down now. It was hard enough back then when we was growing up to work it all out. So here's where it gets tricky. Like I say, my granddad was with my nana's sister. At family dues, it was still all amicable. My granddad was a right wind up. He was a proper joker, my granddad, made everyone laugh. But at family dues, did split the family up in a way, but we all got on with it because, like you can tell, we're a good family, especially the Liverpool lot. So we worked it out, and that's how we became Carmos through my granddad. But within our family, it's made up of big families, especially in Liverpool. It's the McConvilles, the Tierneys, C's, SZE. That's where our Chinese is actually Malaysian. So we was brought up around Chinese culture most of our life, really. Me and my cousins and my brother Stephen, Leanne, close to her growing up. She's second eldest out of us cousins. It was, like I say, we was more like brothers and sisters. Always at my nana's together. We always used to go Chinatown every weekend. Uncle Stephen used to pick me and Stephen up when we was young. He used to always remember that, going to McDonald's with Leanne and Leighton and Stephen. And Uncle Stephen, it was good. Good days. Uncle Stephen used to have us all on the slacks. He used to have our Libby blasting about on motocrosses when she was about 5 years old. We was also up this end. We had a really close family relationship with the Britons as well, like Little Ulton, Craig, and all the kids, Joel, Daisy, on the bikes with Uncle Stephen, going on the slacks. Absolute legend in the day, my Uncle Stephen. They call him Kojo. He used to look like the dude out of James Bond. The little Chinese dude with the hat on. He was always quite clever, my Uncle Stephen, no, didn't really get in any trouble. Used to do bits with cars in the early days like everyone else, but he's had businesses and he's always had like garages and stuff, loves cars. I went in one of the fastest cars I've ever been in my life, but when I was younger with him, he put me in it and it was a Golf, Mark 1 Golf GTI, he souped it up somehow, he like put a Sierra Cosworth part on the top on the engine. I'm telling you now, I was stuck to the seat. It's like I was in a rocket, in a jet. So, like I say, a few of my family members have been in jail, been involved in crime here and there, like myself. Our Leighton's done a stretch. Our Michael, our Leighton's dad John, he did quite a big stretch for armed robbery. My mum's been in jail, probably for fraud. I don't know, can't remember now. But yeah. So, all in all, we're a good family. So I think that's it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll probably have to elaborate and do a little bonus one. There you go. Family affiliated. I'll see you in the next episode.